So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and we're continuing with All-Star Comics number 3 from 1941, and this is the Sandman section. Well, our man, ahem. Well, if it isn't the Red Tomato, pardon me, I mean Tornado. Yes, and it's about time somebody noticed me. I've been standing here for the last 10 minutes listening to you guys swap all tall stories. Why, we meant to invite you, but we heard you were busy. How did you get in? Up the fire escape and through the window. And let me tell you, that's one heck of a way for a self-respecting person to be having to get into this place. Well, that's the life of a mystery man. You should know that after all those wild adventures you've had in All American Comics, a little meta humor. Yeah, I guess I should. I'm telling you, Flash, I've never been the same since I started battling crime in this crazy costume. Well, now that you're here, come on, make yourself at home. Here, give me your cape. Hey, keep your hands off. Then, all right then, leave it on. But don't stand there in the corner like that. Come on over and join us. No thanks, not today, boys. Really, I gotta go. Gotta go see a dog about a man. Goodbye. Hey, slam. Well, she's gone. I wonder what she was in such a hurry for. Look, look, fellows, there's the explanation. Good old Miss Hunkle, the Red Tornado, was not quite herself today. Why, what do you mean? I mean, she must have caught her costume on something that, coming through the window. And look, here's the seat of the trouble. She lost her pants. So the Red Tornado was a Golden Age superhero and the inspiration for the modern Red Tornado, although she had no powers. Well, gentlemen, as you know, I have no superhuman abilities. I'm just an ordinary fellow who doesn't like crime or criminals. So I invented the gas gun and adopted the identity of the Sandman. Thus equipped, I do my best to aid justice. I love his original Golden Age costume. He won't be wearing this for that much longer, actually. But in the future, they prefer to go back to this original gas mask and suit. One night less than a year ago, I was driving along in the country in my natural identity as Wesley Dodds with Diane Belmont. Look, there. Oh, heavens, what can it be? What a huge man. He must be 20 feet tall. With awed eyes, we watched him stagger across the fields and collapse. He's hurt badly. I've never seen such a strange man, not even with a circus. He's dead. But what could have killed him? This is awful. Searching him, I found a broken hypodermic needle in his pocket. Why would he carry this? He might be a doctor, but I'm sure we would have heard of a doctor who was 20 feet tall. I'm going to notify the police and start my own search for the clue to the mystery. And I'm with you. Wow, a man that big oughtn't be able to die. I don't think that's how it works. I heard Newsies calling headlines when we reached the city. Read all about it. Huge bag of human flesh, found with man's bones inside. What the? Give me one of those. Do you think that was the man we saw? No, that was found miles away. But I can't understand the flesh sack. Unless, say, drive me over to the Midtown Hospital. Will you drive? I'll change my clothes. This is a job for the Sandman. Sorry, lady, I'm in a hurry. Jeez. My apologies to you, but I'm in a mighty big hurry. So he gasses the guy. I need privacy for what I'm going to do. This chair will guarantee that nobody will come in. And now for this safe. Seems to me the good doctor friend of mine told me about a doctor that experimented in pituitary glands. He got some unusual results, but If I'm not mistaken, he was banished from the profession. I opened the safe easily and reached within. Farrell, Ferrant, Faversham. That's it. Now, let's see. Faversham, M.D., noted for pituitary work, banished from profession for daring experiments on rats. Vanished, leaving no trace. Uh-oh, overstayed my welcome. Get him up or we shoot. I don't understand why he's doing any of this. Why not just do research without breaking in? Just ask around. Here I come, ready or not. Oops, get him. I'm doing an awful lot of apologizing. Think I'd better stop. Halt or I'll cuff. This isn't the best way to leave a hospital, but for me, it's the safest. Or just don't break in. I dropped from the window ledge a few feet from the sidewalk. Diane was nearby in the car, and we sped away. Got the records I went after. Not much, but something to go on at least. I don't know why he feels he's in such a hurry, but anyway. My task was to locate Faversham. We drove back to the body of the man who was killed and found it only a sack of human flesh. Diane was horrified. Take me away, quick. Brown red mud. Looks like the West Shore Road stuff. A little, okay, Diane, I'm coming. What do you make of it? I've a hunch, but it's only a hunch. I want to find Faversham. I think he'll solve this case for me. We reached West Shore Road and Diane screamed, No, no, not that. Look. A huge rat stood facing us. I'd need an elephant gun to kill that. Good Lord, what a size. Oh, I'm going to faint. Whew. I thought we were goners. Sure, I wonder what frightened him. Oops. Over my shoulder I saw a house cat as large as the rat. They fell dead. Say, what's going on around here? I think we're near our goal. Those animals proved it to me. You mean there was more than one? Oh, you stay here with this gun. If any more animals come, drive away. They'll drop dead after a minute or two. I wonder how he knows that. I think I see a house across the lots, and I've got a date there. I followed the animals' footprints to a large country house. The tracks lead here. I've a hunch that Faversham is inside. Suddenly a gun started to blaze away at me. Close again. He knows I'm here, so the surprise element is out, but I've got to get into that house. A cellar door, just the thing. I certainly am going places and doing things in a big way. I shot my flashlight about. I stood in a huge laboratory. This is the place where Faversham works. Somebody groaned. No, don't do it to me, please. I'm not going to hurt you. Who are you? What are you doing here? I heard you say Faversham's name. It's him that did this to me and to others, insuring us and collecting when he killed us. So that was his purpose. But why didn't he simply kill you? He experimented on those others, loaded their pituitary glands with a secret formula, made them giants in a few hours, freed them. They wandered around dazed. When the drug wore off, their skins were stretched, but their bones weren't. They fell apart. Oh, the one guy was standing. That explains the skin sacs. Their skin has stretched. It couldn't go back to the normal size, while the rest of the body did. Ugh, what a death. Look out. I whirled around. There stood the mad doctor, firing at me point blank. How he happened to miss, I'll never know. You must die. Yeah, how did he miss? I had one chance to leap for him unexpectedly. You don't get me so easily, and I made it. Glass jaw, huh? You saved me from a horrible death. What can I ever do to thank you? Wait here until the police arrive, and then testify against Faversham. Yes, the Sandman, these murders, the stretched skin cases. Remember, I've got the man here for you, Faversham. Come and get him. Case all cleared up. It was Faversham. He insured those men and killed them. Used a secret formula to make them big. Their small bodies wouldn't stand, and they died. Horrible. Indeed. The cat and rat were experiments that escaped. He never gave up the idea of making giants out of men to live. He needed money, and that's how he made it. Insurance racket. Well, let's finish our drive home. How in the world did he get the insurance money when he had no bodies? It doesn't make sense. There were bodies, but they were unrecognizable, or at least in their condition would have aroused a whole lot of suspicion. Boy, wasn't that something, when giants that died and shed their skin. They didn't shed their skin. I'll have nightmares tonight. Wow. I don't blame you. I still get them. Well, Dr. Fate, you're a man with an exciting background. You ought to have an interesting adventure. You could tell us about that. Yes, come to think of it, I did not like this story. I've at the very least thought the stories were decent and some were good. This one was not good. I didn't like it. And the only time he ever used his gas gun was against complete innocence. So the next time we're going to have Dr. Fate.